Tomb Raider Episode 5, The Crofts 6. And it's your boy, Icon, with another Netflix television review for you, going over that Lara Croft Tomb Raider. And I'm going to start off by saying this. Thank you to CC on TikTok, who so graciously pointed out that this entire time I've been pronouncing this woman's name wrong, or at least spelling it wrong. Like, whenever I put up my videos, whenever I put up my shorts, I put up my reviews, like, I always put Lara Croft, like, with a U, and she so humbly put in the comment section on one of my videos, it's actually Lara, it's not Laura. Maybe it's pronounced Laura, but over in the UK, it's Lara, and I've been saying Laura. And it's weird because when I watch the episodes, and then the opening title comes up, it clearly says Lara. Like, it's right. It's just one of those things where, as an American, because Laura is always spelled with a U, even though I'm seeing it with an ARA, my brain is just defaulting it back to a U. So I'm going to correct that going forward, and apologies to everyone, because I've deflowered your precious character, and mine too, because I love Lara Croft, so I got to get the name right. So anyway, now going back, let's kick into this one and go with Lara, who is she's going into a costume party. And she's got the whole gang, like, the French girl from from season 1. She's got Zip up in the mix. She's got Jonah. She's got Sam, and then even old Papa Legba, aka Ishu. I believe they were calling him Ishu. They're all there as well. They actually weren't fucking with Ishu, because when Zip was telling everybody, he was like, okay, so I need a retinal scan from this person. I need a handprint from this person. I need, to do this. I need surveillance. I need blah, blah, blah. Papa Legba was like, he was like, what is my job to do? And everybody was like, sitting your ass, right? Like, right here. Because they were just like, we don't want you getting involved in, like, mucking it up. But he ended up going anyway. And he actually, ended up, being some of good assistance, because he helped them get a retinal scan for one person. He helped Laura get into the elevator. And then after they did the whole spy thing, because it was like the first 10 minutes of this, it was like the whole spy thing where we're trying to, like I said, get retinal scans. We're trying to get fingerprints. We're trying to be very crafty so we can break into the laboratory of Mila, who is the curator and the woman in charge of this whole debacle, who's already stolen 2 masks, and she's looking for a third. Which, again, I don't understand why she didn't go after the other twin when her mask was standing right there, but that's a conversation for a different day. So then they do all their spy stuff. They get all their spy stuff together. Ishu and Laura, they go into the elevator, and then Ishu is just like, why do you care? He's like, why are you trying to help us and protect our mask? And then Laura was just like, well, I just like getting myself into trouble. So they go into the secret laboratory, into her room. And then we see the Trident again. Like, the Trident came up like 50 million times. So the Trident is definitely going to be a thing at some point. But then when they go into the secret room, inside the secret room, that's when Ishu, he's just like, oh, I feel the spirit of my brother, which I'm going to assume is his older brother, but they never really specified. But he said, my brother, he's like, his power is greatly here. And then when they found it, because he kept getting like flashbacks, kept feeling his energy. And then he was telling Laura the story. He said that out of all of us, he was like, my brother, he was the best of us all. But he was trusting of the humans, sometimes to a fault. And he said that his brother basically mentored humans that he thought could help humanity and would benefit humanity. Unfortunately, one of the people that he befriended, because he said, like I said, he trusted humans sometimes to a fault. One of the humans that he trusted was Mila. And he trusted her to the point where he told her his family history. He told her about the mask. He told her about the power and how it could shape the world. And then this bitch basically used all that information to betray him and basically kill him. But Ishu did say, he said that the only way you can destroy the power to make sure that no one can get their hands on it, he said that if the mask host sacrifices themselves willingly, he was like, the mask would break and the power would be lost forever. And then that's basically what happened. So then Laura was just like, oh, so he sacrificed himself in order to keep Mila from getting the mask. And then he was like I said, he was the best of us all. So the first dude basically sacrificed himself. He offed himself so she couldn't get her hands on the mask. But she kept the mask. But then Ishu took the mask, because it was in pieces. It was like in broken pieces. He took the mask, put it in his pocket, and he was just like, brother, he's like, you will always be with me. And then he took him. So now they're just like, okay, we got what we came. And then Laura saw some other things. She saw like, Sam's camera that was in there. But then they also saw a map with Cuba marked on it. So now they know next she's going to Cuba to go get a mask from Cuba. So then while they were on their way to Cuba, then Sam gets the bright idea. She's just like, oh, she's like, there goes Mila up there. I'm just going to go up there and, try to be like Laura. Lara. And then everybody was like, bitch, stand down. And she didn't stand down. She went upstairs to try to go see if she can see what Mila was up to next. She got caught because the Amazon saw her. And then after that, they had to get her ass out of the fire. And then they caused this all-on fight where, like, you know, the Amazon bitch started fighting. You know, like Mila was using the mask because she was trying to kill people. They found Lara, you know, and Ishu in the room. They tried to kill them. You know, like everybody got to the roof. They jumped off the roof with parachutes. Lara was left behind because Ishu took her parachute. And then Lara pulled off some slick shit because there was a moment where she was fighting everybody. She jumped out the window. She threw a gas canister, and then she turned around and blasted it. And she basically tried to kill her. And I'm just like, why are we not shooting this bitch in the head? Like, but, you know, she blew her up, but it didn't work because she has the mask healing power. And she basically used the power to, you know, to heal herself. So, you know, so that was pretty much it. And then, you know, and then this was but this is the only part of the episode where I was like, that's some bullshit. So when she jumped out the window because Jonah had stolen a helicopter, and then he was like, Lara, jump out the window. I'm going to catch you on the south side. Now, going back to Captain America and the second Captain America movie, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, when Sam Wilson jumped out of the helicopter and Nick Fury tried to catch him, Nick Fury had the helicopter above the window that Sam tried to jump out of. So this way, I mean, he wanted him a little lower, but the whole purpose of him jumping out the window was so when he jumped out the window, he could grab onto the bottom of the helicopter. Because the thing is, had he just jumped straight out, there was a chance that the propeller would have sucked him up and would have killed him. Jonah is flying a helicopter that has the propellers swooping. Lara jumps out the window. She's jumping down into Jonah. Jonah barely turned that shit to the side, and Lara perfectly went into the helicopter. And I said, that is some grade A bullshit, because that woman should have been chopped into 97 pieces. It would have made more sense if she would have jumped out the window and used a grappling hook or something to grab onto this. I was like, nah, because the helicopter's here. The propellers kind of like stretch out to here. And I was like, I love this episode, but when she pulled that off, I was like, nah. So I was like, that's just a tad over the top. But it's Lara Croft. Like, if this was the video game, she would have died 70 times by now. So, but then she gets away. The whole team gets away. You know, Mila's pissed. And then then Sam is just like, oh, Lara, they're going to Cuba. And then she was like, bitch, I already know. She's like, your information is worth diddly squat. You've mucked it up. But then that's when Ishu was just like, oh, if we go to Cuba, we won't survive. And then Lara would be like, hey, it was just another Tuesday, or in this case, another Thursday on Netflix. That was it. That was how the episode ended. And thank you for tuning in. So now I'm just like, who's in Cuba? Because the way he was making it seem, he said, if we go to Cuba, we won't survive. So I'm like, is his daddy in Cuba? Because we've already seen, like, we've seen the siblings, we've seen the children, we've seen the mom, because I'm assuming the mom is the one with the water. So who's in Cuba? Like, which one of these mofos is in Cuba? And what's Mila? And we still don't know, because even in the last episode, Ishu was just like, if you want to know her plan, just ask her what her plan is. And then Lara was like, no. It's just like, I won't ask her shit. But I'm like, what is your plan? Like, somebody legitimately needs to have a sit down with this woman and be like, what are you trying to accomplish? But we'll see as the episode progresses. We got 3 more episodes to go, and I look forward to reviewing those last 3 with all of you. So check out my other reviews for Lara Croft Tomb Raider up on my YouTube channel. Check out my wrestling reviews for all you wrestling fans. I got John Cena's last matchup on my YouTube channel, and we're rolling on. Check me out on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, and on Twitter, where you can leave your comments and concerns, and I'll keep, rolling on for some more goodness, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So that was it, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Signing off for the worst party of all time. We're out this bitch.